What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, we're going to talk about how and why you should be wearing a ratchet belt and review Kore Essentials Trakline. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every day at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics, such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe and tap that notification bell and join us. And to my returning friends like Al Escalante, salute. So first up, let's talk a little bit about what a ratchet belt is and why I suggest you use one as opposed to a traditional belt with holes. As a matter of fact, I don't use traditional belts anymore because a ratchet belt just makes much more sense and is much more functional than that type of belt is. So what is a ratchet belt? Well, basically, instead of the traditional holes you would find in a regular belt, you have a track system on the inside of the belt. What this allows you to do is when you slide it into the buckle, you're able to make micro adjustments and put it on whatever track fits you precisely best. And there's several advantages to a ratchet belt system that makes it a much better choice than a traditional belt. For one, because you have the track system, you can move it in increments of just 1/4 of an inch, which makes it much more precise. Your usual belt hole, gonna be a 1/2 inch or an inch between the holes, definitely makes for a much better fit. And it really works well for somebody like me whose weight fluctuates up and down. I can easily adjust the belt from 1/4 inch to inches and everywhere in between. You can't do that with a traditional belt. And on top of that, because the tracking mechanism is on the inside and you don't have the holes that you're poking, this type of belt is gonna last you much longer, it's gonna look better. That's one of the things I hate about a regular belt. It starts cracking, you're poking holes in it, it just starts to wear down. It's just gonna wear down much more quickly with those rips and cracks and not gonna hold up its style as much as a ratchet belt. Another thing that I love about a ratchet belt, much easier and quicker to take off than a traditional belt. A traditional belt that you pull tight or loosen it up, sometimes you gotta fight to take it off. Ratchet belt, much quicker to remove. All you gotta do is push the lever, slide it out. Takes a 1/2 second to take off. And lastly, I love the versatility of a ratchet belt. What makes it more versatile? You can change and alternate the buckles. Can't do that with a regular belt. So now that we talked about why you should be using a ratchet belt system, let's talk about today's video sponsor, Kore Essentials Trakline Belt, and use them as an example of how you actually use a ratchet belt. Now, how today's collaboration came about, Kore Essentials reached out to me, asked if I was interested in doing a product review. Now, I'm already familiar with ratchet belts, but hadn't got my hand on Kore Essentials specifically. But I had heard a lot of great things about them, saw good reviews by other YouTubers, so I definitely was with it. On top of that, they decided to sponsor video. But the good thing before me and you, they agreed to sponsor the video with no promises of a positive review. So now that we got that out the way, let's get into the review, talk about what I got and whether I think it's a good product, and use it to illustrate how you actually use a ratchet belt system. So what Kore Essentials Trakline actually sent me, I picked out the smooth belt with the gunmetal buckle. They sent me both a brown strap, a black strap, and the buckle. Now what I'm interested in with the Kore Essentials Trakline belt, does it work? Is it functional? That's important. If the function is the selling point, that's what you gotta pay attention to. On top of that, is it stylish and is it quality leather belt? I don't wanna wear a system that works well, but I don't like the belt and it's a cheap leather. So that's basically what I'm looking for with this system. So as I was saying, they sent me 2 straps, one black, one brown. Now with the quality of the leather, I really like it. It's a top grain leather with no stitching. As far as the quality of the leather, out of the ratchet belt system I've used, this is probably the top quality leather that I've had. Now of course, in addition to the leather straps, you get the buckle that you slide the track in and out of. I selected was the gunmetal buckle system. Like the look of this buckle, it looks stylish and not bulky like some other ratchet systems can have with the buckle. Now one of the advantages I noticed right off the bat with the Kore Essentials system is the way you measure where you cut. Whereas a lot of the other straps that you get with other systems, they don't have the measurements. With the Kore Essentials, they have the inches marked out on the back of the belt to make it easier for you to measure where you should cut. The reason why this is important, because with a ratchet belt system, you actually have to cut the excess material off. It's made to fit people from 24 inches to above 40 inches, so you have to cut the strap to where it fits you. Kore Essentials makes this very easy. All you have to do is take your regular waist size, I'm a 32, add 4 inches, cut there. So for me, that's at 36. That's where you cut the belt off. Because they have the inches marked off on the belt, great advantage for Kore Essentials. Now, not only did Kore Essentials sponsor today's video, They gave us a special discount code for the Style O.G family members. So if you decide to grab one of the belts at checkout, just enter Style O.G in the discount code to get 10% off. So after you cut the belt to the precise length that you need, it works easy after that. Slide it into the part of the buckle that has the teeth and clamp it down. Then you simply take the other side that has the tracking on the back, slide that through a buckle, get it to exactly where you want it, and you'll hear it click right in, precise fit. And that ratchet or tracking system is what makes this type of belt so much more useful and functional than your traditional whole belt. Gain a little weight, lose a little weight, even eat a little too many at a particular meal, you can adjust the belt in 1/4 inch segments. Can't do that with a regular belt. And one of the things that makes this Kore Essentials belt stand out is the buckle. They have a patented spring-loaded system that's very smooth and easy to use. The best I've tried out of Ratchet systems. And because it's such a smooth buckle, it makes it easy to take on and off. And that's one of the key points you want to have with the Ratchet system. That's one of the advantages. So as I was saying, what I was interested in when I got the Kore Essentials system doesn't have the right combination of function and style. And I'm happy to say, hands down, it definitely accomplishes both things. It's so easy to use. Like I said, the big advantage is that it has the inches measured. You can cut it precisely. Other systems don't have that. The leather is high quality. It looks like a belt I'm happy and proud to wear, not just for the function, but for the form as well. Not only do they offer a 30-day back money guarantee, they have a full-year warranty on the belt. That way you definitely feel comfortable with your purchase. I know you're saying, Jeff, you really singing the praises of the belt. What about the cons? Now here's the only thing I would caution you with the Kore Essentials belt, and any Ratchet belt system for that matter. You're gonna pay a premium. When you stack it up against a traditional belt, you're probably going to pay twice or maybe 2.5 times what you would. I could grab a nice belt, maybe 20, 25 bucks. Ratchet system, probably gonna cost you around double that. But other than that, I love the Kore Essentials Trakline Belt. The best Ratchet belt system I've tried, and I've tried several. And remember, not only did they sponsor today's video, they're offering you 10% off if you use Style O.G at the checkout. Okay, so there you have it. How and why you should be using a Ratchet belt, and my review of the Kore Essentials Trakline Belt. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, hit that like button. Helps the channel to grow. And of course, tap that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos we release every day at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'll check you out tomorrow.